would be very upset. So I have to be home sometimes, but no, I think, I don't know, life is so short. If I'm happy to do something and want to do it, I'll do it, because who knows what's tomorrow. So if I want an apartment in Moscow, I'll get one. If I struggle to get it, I'll struggle to get it. It's not a problem, but I'll do it.
It's so strange because I did some research and managed to find if I sell my apartment here, I can buy one in Manhattan. So I'm like, why is that?
Well, do you want to move to Manhattan?
Well, I kind of do, but well, it's very difficult, migration and everything.
Yes, this is difficult, especially from countries that have had some issues before with America. English people coming fine, Germans generally fine, but Russians, it was so much drama for so long that my good friend Sasha Uspensky, he came a few years ago to train with Morozov, and he said it took 2 months to get the visa because he'd never gone to America before. They needed to be sure that somebody would take care of him in America, that he would leave, and they make it very difficult for foreigners that most Americans don't like.
And if you are a woman, it will be even more difficult to get American
Yeah, because
visa.
we checked how to get to travel to USA even for just a short trip, and it is almost impossible to get a visa, even if you have money.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yes, it's very sad, and maybe someday things will be different between, especially our countries. But it will still take time. Everything is still not so long ago, all of the drama. I would very much have liked to see Russia when it was still the Soviet Union, to see what it was like, because especially older Russians look at me like I'm crazy when I say that I love it here and that I feel happy and comfortable. They look at me like I'm crazy and they say, you should have seen it when. And I'd love to see it when, because then I can really know not just what it says in books, but what it feels like to walk down the street. That's how you feel a place or understand a place, is when you walk there.
Yeah.
But anyway, New York now, it's basically all owned by Chinese and Russians and Indians, many Indians. They own New York now because it's so, not cheap, but very cheap for what it is.
Yeah.
It's New York City, should be like, but it's not anymore.
Have you seen some shows on Broadway? Because I'd really love to go, and maybe you can recommend some musicals.
In general, I don't like Broadway, and that's a trait maybe my people would be upset with, because in America, Broadway, it's a very, like a stereotype, it's a gay thing. And everyone says you should like it. And all of the gays get together and they say, okay, you should go to this show because it's great. And I don't really see Broadway very often. The last one I saw was Billy Elliot, and it was fantastic. I don't know if they have the film translated for you guys. But it's a great movie. I loved it, so I wanted to see it. I also saw before Hairspray, which is, it's great, but it's one of those shows that you really, it's a lot of talking, and you need to understand the history of especially black and white in America. And also I saw The Diary of Anne Frank, because I'm obsessed with this period in history, and I saw Anne Frank on Broadway. But, you know, New York is wonderful because it has many opportunities to see even plays that are off Broadway that are great, that will never make Broadway because there's not enough money. I'm sure it's the same here. There are so many good ballets and good shows that nobody will ever see.
And did you watch Burlesque with Christina Aguilera?
No, also it's new on Delta. It's a shame that's how I see movies, but I always want to see something when it's brand new, but I never go. And especially in the last years, because I can't be sick. I can't for the Olympic season I could not be sick, so going to a movie theater was scary because so many people, and it's the same as being on an airplane. And this year I have no time to be sick. It's horrible. I was sick after I went to Australia. I was so sick and I couldn't wake up and get out of bed, and I had to work on the TV show, and they had to put this much makeup on my face so that I didn't look like I was dying. And it's horrible. My least favorite thing is to be sick. I'm horrible. I'm like an old man, and I am cranky and upset, and I smell, and it's terrible.
We asked you many questions, but we have some more. Do your friends still call you Nikki?
Just Paris. But Paris and I had some little dramas lately between each other because, like I said, I'm a terrible friend right now because I'm never home, and it's difficult for me to be away and to remember everything and to talk on the phone for a long time. Because if it's your mom or your best friend, you should be able to sit and talk for 3 hours and understand what's going on and to catch up. I'm lucky most of my friends understand my life is crazy, but Paris and I had some small dramas, and it's sad because Paris is my best friend, but every relationship goes like this. And my friend Krista actually is the most crazy, and she'll yell at me and call me and say, "You need to make time